Okay, so welcome to How to Begin from idea to action. Idea here means practical like ideas on your head, or sometimes you know the things you should be doing to change your life, but you are not doing them, right? And it's about mastering the art of executing your ideas, those techniques that you can be performing to do it. And I said, this is an unreleased book. It's a revised edition, but let's focus on this. Um, I believe that what you're about to learn will transform your personal life, career, and business. Because if there's one of the biggest tools I've ever created that has caused transformation in the lives of my clients that I've worked with one-on-one, that's like coaching clients in and out of the country, is this particular tool. I've had massive feedback about it. All right, so let's look at the introduction. One of the most popular questions that always ask people is, how do I start something? How do I begin something? How do I really start a new project? How do I start a new habit, for example? And one of the most popular sentences you must have heard is, the secret to success is just get started. Take the first step, right? The journey to 1,000 miles start with one step. And, whether beginning a new task at work or a new sporting exercise to reduce weight or to stay fit, or creating a business or creating a product, organizing an event, sometimes it's very, very challenging to start, right? And sometimes somebody once said that it is the lack of starting that kills most dreams. It is a lack of starting that kills most dreams. And of course, this is New Year. Many people get to do a lot of New Year resolutions. And at the end of the day, before maybe even January ending, February ending, there is that procrastination already setting. They already stopped doing. They have gone back to their old life. They have gone back to the things that they said I will stop doing, or they are not even doing the things they said I want to start doing, and so on. I'm sure year in, year out, many people have done New Year resolutions or do this and all of that, and it's good. New Year resolutions are good, but the challenge is in the execution. And I believe that when you take actions on your ideas, you derive not just financial reward, but you find meaning, significance, and fulfillment in your life and the work that you do. Now, like for example, there are many of you that, I think one of you sent me a very powerful testimonial that I really loved it. It was not that the person has made millions and all of that, but the confidence that the person has in himself, that he is able to do things he never thought he could do. Like, for example, getting up at 4 a.m. every day for a month, right? He feels so confident. He feels so fulfilled about that. He feels so different about his life. And that is the spirit that leads to success. I always say that there is no meaning in life without action. There is no significance and relevance without action. There is no fulfillment in this life without action. There's none. So no matter, that's why I get to pity a lot of mentees who write a lot of things and don't do, even maybe even after a lot of coaching and working with them. Because at the end, all the progress, all the desires, all the success, all the dreams, or everything they have in their mind will just remain like that. They will never experience that true meaning. They will never experience that true significance and relevance. They will never experience that true fulfillment without taking the action that is important to transform their lives and their career. So from today, all that significance you desire in your life, all that relevance you desire in your life, all that massive success, all that popularity or fame or influence that you desire, one of the core elements that would determine all of that is the ability to begin to take consistent action and not procrastinate. All the beautiful 2022 dreams that you have, all the beautiful 2023 dreams, right to 2030, 2040, right to the next life that you have, will depend on this. So if you want to get meaning in your life for the rest of your life, master the art of taking action at the right time, focusing on the right activities. If you really want to be significant in your industry and remain relevant in your industry till you bow out, master the art of taking action. Stop desiring things and not doing the things that you are required to do. And I've told you guys several times, the marketplace does not respect how you feel. The marketplace does not care whether you are willing to work hard or not. The marketplace does not care whether you're from a poor family or not. The marketplace does not care whether you're tired or not. The marketplace does not care whether how you feel, whether you're ready for it or the marketplace doesn't care. The marketplace only respect when you do what is required. Simple. The marketplace only respect when you shut up and get to work. The marketplace only respect when you do what is required. See, there's no other way, any other thing that is your business. You want to win in 2022 and for the next decade, you have to do what is required for you to be significant and relevant. Apart from that, there is nothing that the marketplace expects from you. Whatever you feel, that is your personal problem. Like those who are not here for this session right now, do you think the marketplace care whether they drank yesterday and they got drunk and they cannot be in class? That is their problem. That's their problem. That's their business. The society doesn't care. The marketplace doesn't care. The global industry doesn't care. Their competitors doesn't care for those who are in business. The marketplace only cares if you do what is required. If you have messed up finances right now because you spent the wrong way during festive seasons, that is your business. Or somebody's not here because the boyfriend broke her, or he or her heart, or the girlfriend broke her heart over the festive season, that is your business, actually. Your job is to do what is required. So either you do it or you don't do it. Your executed idea is a vital component to national, continental, and global economic engine. This is something that you always have in your mind. Your executed idea is a vital component to the national, continental, and global economic engine, right? And therefore, if you let whatever is controlling you from taking that action on your idea, you are depriving the world of a vital component. Yes, when you are lazy to take action about certain things, you are not only depriving yourself, but you are depriving the world. Imagine how much the world would have lost if I did not start the PP Academy, for example. Do you know how many guys have been stretched? Guys who have started things that the society have benefited. Same as some of you have started your business. Do you know what you would have deprived the world of if you did not start that particular business? So the question I have for you is, what will you do with that idea in your head? What will you do with all those 12 months growth plans that you have written down? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to let laziness and procrastination and how you feel steal that idea, steal that action from the world, or you're going to rise up to it and make it work? Look at this, guy. Look at this. The people who will lead in this age in various industries, nations, and globally are those who forge ahead and show that the responsibility of taking action. Let me repeat that again. The people who will lead in this age, the people who will lead in Peak Performance Academy are people who will forge ahead despite how they feel. There are people who will shoulder the responsibility of taking the necessary actions to succeed in life. Regardless of your age, regardless of your education, the decisions you take, the actions you engage on your ideas will create the desired results you desire in your career and business. One of the biggest things in the journey of success that many at times don't care about the level of your education, your age, the size of your bank account, doesn't care about what other people feel is action. When you take the right, relevant, significant, consistent actions, it breaks down all of these barriers and sets you apart. The most effective professionals and successful people create a climate of consistent actions around them, not that of excuses. They're one of the key signs that you are a very effective professional, you are a very effective entrepreneur, you are a very effective executive, is that you have mastered the art, you have created a climate of consistent actions around you, and not that of excuses, not that of procrastination. If you have a climate of procrastination and excuses, you are not a successful person. Or even if you may become successful later, you're going to take a while to become successful, because the more you procrastinate, the more you push your success away. So it is your responsibility to consistently identify gaps, create ideas to fill the gaps, and lead the execution. Simple. That is your responsibility as a professional. Ideas implemented are the currency of success. Ideas not implemented will facilitate your poverty and your irrelevance in society. Write that down. Ideas implemented are the currency of success. Ideas not implemented, ideas procrastinated, are responsible for your irrelevance and poverty in the society. What are you going to do? Are you going to execute? Or are you going to procrastinate? Professionals who dig deep into their ideas to ensure the ideas solve a problem and take brave steps to execute the ideas constantly outperform their fellow professionals while contributing to societal growth. There's a video I have on my YouTube channel called Why Other People Are Better Than You, or Why Others Are Better Than You. I spoke about this. Follow this again. Professionals who dig deep into their ideas to ensure their ideas solve a problem and take brave steps, take brave actions to execute their ideas consistently outperform their fellow professionals while contributing to societal growth. One of my mentees came one time and was saying that he wants to be like me and all of that. And then the guy has not been attending my sessions. He was in the People Academy last year. I don't think he has registered this year. Even this last. He's not even here, right? But this guy sings the highest. I want to be like you. I want to do like this. I want to be like you. And I tell you something very simple. One of the best ways to be like me or to beat me at my game is to outperform me. That's a fact. When I get the results I get, you need to upgrade to my level of commitment. That's the first step. Number two, you need to outperform. You need to outperform. You need to beat me at my game. If I speak for 3 hours, you speak for 2 hours. If I procrastinate for 1 second, you need to procrastinate for 0 seconds. Get the point? Professionals dig deep into the ideas to ensure the ideas solve the problem and take brave steps to execute the ideas consistently. There's no doubt about that. I've told you guys several times, consistency and diligence can kill a witch. Consistency and diligence can kill a witch. See, no matter how somebody's jealous about you, there's a way that you are so consistent. They will just get jealous and their neck will so get so high and then they will just die of jealousy and there's nothing they can do. As they're consistently being jealous about you, you are consistently producing results. You're consistently breaking records. You're consistently doing things that they're like a way to. So at the end, they have either what they should either they will just get jealous for you year after year, and then they will die of being jealous about you, or they just stop and start liking you and just start loving you. And you will always consistently outperform them. And when you do that, you will contribute to community growth, to societal growth. The attitude of I can do it, we can do it is imperative in our journey of success. We are in a society where people who thrive are smart, they are value-driven, they master focus, and execute their ideas. If you want to win throughout this year, it's your responsibility to be smart. And to be smart, study. Attend coaching sessions like this. Pay for superior knowledge. Understand how you create value. Understand how you create value. Understand how valuable you are to people. You know, somebody made a post the other day and said, if somebody sees your missed call and don't call you back, then you are not important. You are not valuable. It's not pride there. It's not anything. But that's a fact. If I come back and see 10, 15 missed calls, I'm going to call those who are valuable. Especially if I'm very busy. If it's very important, call me back. Same for me, if I call you back, if I call you and you see my missed call and you come and call me back and I'm not valuable to you, there's no of you calling me back. If it's important, let me keep on calling you until I get you. That's what the person was explaining, and that's a fact. Stop saying people don't have your time when you're not valuable to anybody. Like I always say this funny sentence, oh, so, you know, you have made and you have forgotten people. Upgrade. I always say this, in this journey, some things will always happen to friends. It's either they grew up to your level or you outgrow them and they remain down, you remain up. And when you're up, there are some things you can no longer do down. You can send your hand down to help people to climb up who are willing to climb up, not to go down and then go down and come back up. You can go down and they influence you to stay down with their bad habits, their bad thinking, their bad way of doing things, their bad living standard, bad living patterns, and then you go down. When you are up, only look down when you want to lift somebody to meet you up. Your friends have two options. Either they grew with you. Even you have two options with your friend. Either you grew with your friends or your friends outgrew you. Simple. I was telling one of you guys a few days back, right? This thing I'm doing, some days, guys, someday, for some people who have given up, who drop out of PPA because of laziness or whatever reason, you're gonna struggle to get access to me. You're gonna struggle big time. Someday. And they're like, but this is not the same job as you train us every morning. We used to chat on WhatsApp group the same way. Someday it's gonna end. It's gonna end. And I have a plan for everything. I have a plan for everything. And I just like how God just works with me. I have a plan for everything. This year I'm hiring a PA this year. Put somebody on a good salary. Some things I'm no longer doing them this year. Next year, and that's how it's going to dry out like that. There's a whole plan for it. So it's either you grow with me or you outgrow you. Simple. There's no demand about it. That's until you used to see me, stop seeing me, my people can't do it. Because I am more needed now. And that's one thing with success. That's one thing with this kind of work that you do. When the money that at the top, some things stop, you stop doing some things down. That's a fact. And there's no way I can argue that the only way is to recruit somebody who can handle something down that I can no longer do. So that time when you used to pamper people and do that, yes, there's a season for that. There's time for everything. There's time for everything. And some things are going out. Some new things are going to set in. That's your job. That's your job. You just got to rise. If you don't, it's going to cost you a lot. It's going to cost you so much. And many of the regrets will be based on personal reasons, personal responsibility. You see, oh, I messed up here. I am here because of this. I am here because of this. And that's why some of these things are keep on unraveling to you. So that tomorrow when you say, had I known, you know that, somebody did his or her best. It's like a parent, right? Like I was talking to a guy who dropped out of school. The parents did everything. They sent him to boarding schools. He'll go and be stubborn. They will dismiss him. They will send him to this school. He'll go and be stubborn. They will dismiss him. At the end, he left school with no ordinary levels. Now he's stranded in the society. He's forced to go back to school. He's not trying to do direct sales. You know why this door-to-door sales? So he can be able, because one of the parents is dead. Money is no longer there in the way they can support him, the way they used to be able to support him. It's late. There are some things that when you missed in life, you have missed it. Yes, there's general grace, there's salvation, but there are consequences for inactions and actions. Yes, there's forgiveness. There's a lot of things that can happen. But there are some things that you can never change. That guy, no matter how much he fast and pray, he has lost it. He has lost it. He's almost what, 30? No certificate, no secondary school certificate. He can barely go back to school. Nobody to sponsor him again. He has lost it. Regrets are there. So either you identify what is right and do it now, or you shut up and regret tomorrow. Again, look at that guy. The world doesn't care whether he was doing those actions because he was a young guy. Oh, yes, we know he was young, and so what? The world doesn't care. Do you think somebody's going to recruit him because, oh, sir, let me just recruit you, but we are sorry that you were stubborn when you were young? Do you think anybody was going to do? I cannot do that. I cannot recruit you with the wrong skills because I want to pity party you because you were stubborn in your young age because you were a child, you don't know what you were doing. Hey, that's your business. I'm not going to recruit you. The marketplace doesn't care. It doesn't care. It's like somebody says, somebody gets drunk and go rape somebody's child or rapes a woman and then arrested and locked up in jail for years, and they start saying, oh, sorry, and all of that. That's your problem. You messed up, you got drunk. Did somebody force you to get drunk? Your inactions or actions brought you to where you are. And it is the same principle for every important thing in life. Your actions of getting up every day throughout this year at 4 a.m. and focusing on the right value creation activities is what will get you to where you have to be. Or your inactions of not getting up at all throughout this year, that is your problem. So this is a time for you to make the decision. This very moment, you have to consciously make this decision, right? So repeat these words, right? This is a book you can take on your own. I will stop making excuses. Stop making excuses this year. Here it is. Whether you are a student, a job seeker, an employee, or an entrepreneur, you risk being left behind if all you do is think and not act on your ideas, on your thoughts. Whether you're a student, a job seeker, an employer, an employee, an entrepreneur, you will be left behind if all you do is think and not act on your thoughts. No matter how effective you are in thinking, some of you can plan for Africa, you can think for Africa, you can analyze for Africa, You can, but I am always planning. You're always planning. But you will struggle if you fail to act and execute on all of those things you're thinking about. Some things holding you back from starting or from succeeding. Number one, procrastination. Number two, intimidation from people who have already succeeded. Stop comparing those who have gone ahead. You don't know. That's what I would advise. Stop competing. Stop analyzing. Focus on your journey. If you're admiring somebody, learn from the person. Don't look at me and try to and feel intimidated. No. Worst of all, when we're in the same group, when the aim is to help you get to where I am. So if you're feeling intimidated and feeling giving up and lazy around because, oh, I can never get to where Mr. Joybert, like somebody sent me a quote like that. I think last year, somebody left the group because when I asked people to introduce themselves, she felt so intimidated because everybody was trying to say, oh, I am the founder of this, I've done this, I've done that, while she was still a student. And then she instantly left the group. Instead of being inspired and feeling challenged that, oh, I am in a kind of group that people can lift me, I can be inspired, I can be challenged. She instantly left the group. That's a very bad mentality. That's the mindset of a failed person already. Look up to people to learn from them and be inspired by them and let them hold your hand if you are ready. Why are you feeling intimidated? You don't know the kind of access I have. You don't know the kind of resources I have. You don't know the kind of hard work I'm putting in. So instead for you to learn what got me here, you're still feeling intimidated. Poor mindset. Poverty mentality driven you everywhere. Right? Poor daily habits. Bad habits every day. You are eating wrongly, you are watching films for hours, you are hanging out with the wrong friends. Poor habits are holding you back. You are seeking approval from people. You want to do things while seeking approval. There's a lot of people who don't care. People who don't even not like a mentor, a coach who encourage you, oh, go out for it, do it, start it, fail it, will support you. We want to seek approval from people who say, oh, don't do it, oh, it's not going to work, and all of that. Undefined goals or poorly set goals holding you back. Without a goal, you can easily get lost along the way. Self-doubt and low self-confidence is holding you back. You are waiting to know everything or see a clear picture before you start. Stop waiting to see everything before you start. Start it. Get to work. You don't have the right skills to start and make it sustainable. Get trained again. Get trained. Pay a consultant. Pay a coach. Pay private training and get the right skills. Next, you make too many excuses. Too much distractions around you. You are distracted by bad friends, by social media, distracted by movies, distracted by everything. Everything is a distraction to you. Lack of consistency on your part. You start something on Monday, you stop it on Tuesday, you come back on Monday, you do it your next 2 months, next 2 weeks. You are just inconsistent here and there. You have surrounded yourself with negative people. That's this. Where do you fall? Look at this list and see where you fall and start repenting immediately. Out of the list above, write down top 3 that are so practical in your life. What will you do about them from today? All of us that were listening to this, if you look at that list carefully, you see that there are top 3 that's killing your journey, killing your destiny. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? All right, let's begin. I have 14 techniques to conquer procrastination and start. And all these techniques, I've used them personally, and trust me, they have helped me over the years. Like this, I have been studying productivity, and like I've been reading and practicing peak performance like since 2013. So the day I came across the principles and all of that. So these are things I've done until today. If I want to do something new, and I just sense the demon of procrastination anywhere around my territory, I just pick one of these principles and start executing, and it works. Right? I just sense it. I just smell procrastination a mile away. There's always a plan of action to conquer procrastination around my life. Always. There's not, if I say I'm going to do it, I will do it. Except the body is dead or sick. Technique number 1, practice the 30 seconds rule. If you are still there, right in the chat box that you're following, are you getting value? Are you being challenged? Comments that you are following. Let me know that people are not sleeping. Is it what you needed for the beginning of the year? Is it what you needed for the 2nd of January? Is it meeting your expectations? Okay, let's quickly run through the techniques. Let's quickly run through the techniques. Pick one that you pick all as much as possible. We may not have time to run through all, but I'll try my best. And you can do that. If you want to get this book, inbox me. I'll give you a special discount for the book. So you can keep it as your personal project, personal copy. Soft copy, of course. Okay, let's proceed. Technique number 1, the 30 seconds rule. The rule is very simple. That task or project you have been planning to start, get up now, go start doing it for just 30 seconds. Challenge yourself that you will do it for just 30 seconds and continue tomorrow. For example, that book you have been planning to start reading, go get the book now, read for just 30 seconds. And if you feel like reading some more, after 30 seconds, let your spirit flow and continue reading. And if after 30 seconds you want to stop, stop and go and wait for another time. Now, this is very powerful, this is very funny, but very powerful, right? So it's a, for example, like sports. Like you are planning this, you want to start doing sports. But you're also been lazy. You know what? Just dress up, wear a sport activity, just go from the house or wherever you are. Just do sport work. Just do like push-ups 30 seconds, push-ups, or just run around for 30 seconds and just say, no, I'm not doing it. The chances that when you take that first step, your body will start entering into the spirit of doing. You get the point? Will start entering into what? Into the spirit of doing. And you will notice that just instead of doing 30 seconds, you will do it for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes. And when you feel like not doing it, then you stop, right? Then you can stop and start another time, or you start the next day and practice the 30 seconds rule. You get a point? Good. So whatever you're procrastinating around you, look at it carefully. Where can you use the 30 seconds rule? And start today. Start tomorrow. It's gonna be so powerful. So powerful. A lot of people have overcome procrastination and started new projects with 30 seconds rule. Immediately I teach them this. Right? Good. So think of something you've been procrastinating and go practice the 30 seconds rule. And one good thing about the 30 seconds rule is that when you start doing it, you feel that you may feel disappointed in yourself to stop it. Like, for example, you open a book, I start reading, I want to stop at 30 seconds, I've been waiting. I will just read only for 30 seconds and then I stop like this. You know what, let me just read for 1 hour or 30 minutes or 15 minutes or all of that. You try to push yourself and give yourself a new goal. Remember that the art of execution, part of it is greatly psychology. It's greatly the state of your mind. It's greatly the state of your spirit. And when you take the 30 seconds actions, your mind starts coming to that state of action. Your spirit starts coming to that state of action, and you start entering that flow of getting it done. Okay? Who will try the 30 seconds rule this week or tomorrow or today? Indicate in the chat box. Right, good. So it means you have ideas you want to go and start on. Yes, go and start and you give me feedback. Number 2, accountability rule. Accountability rule. The second technique to execute things, accountability rule. Talking to the right people that can lead you in the right direction. Talk about your plans to the right people and do not limit yourself to just talking. Ask them to hold you accountable. Take the necessary steps to turn your idea into action. Give them deadlines. Ask them to text you or call you or ask you how far you have gone. Find someone you trust to keep you accountable and tell them what you intend to do. This will inspire you, right? This is very powerful. Find someone you trust or someone who can shout at you and you listen. Or if possible, you can lose something. Like, for example, I have a client that this past job is Power pays me monthly. There's a monthly fee that Power pays me. And at the end of every month, I call Pat to just check up. Okay, Pat, you said you're building your business. This Pat, he has a company here, more than 300 staff and so on, and he makes a lot of billions every month. And the party wants more. Party wants more. So I always call Pat at the end of the month, and since Pat is already paying me, it costs him some money. So he's forced to be deliberate. He's forced to respect this. Because when something costs you something significant, you're going to value it. Right? It's the same, like, for example, the mentorship that I do. Sometimes people are so sometimes lazy because it doesn't cost them that much. But but when it's something you have paid, maybe let's say a couple of hundreds of thousands, that money that you have paid is going to cost you a lot, and you're going to discipline yourself and make maximum use of it. Right? And this is where mentorship is very important, because mentors get to hold you accountable. Like my mentees, sometimes some of them I just surprise and I'm checking up on you. Okay, how far? Hey, how are you doing? I'm just checking on you. Sometimes I sound so nice in the background. I'm just trying to see what's happening. I'm not ask a particular goal, but I'm checking up on you for a particular reason. That's me holding you accountable. That's me making you know, hey, my eyes are on you. Although I may not be texting you often, but my eyes are on you as long as you have written for the mentorship program. Someday, boom, I may just rise and say, what's up, what's happening? But I'll be just surprised and visit their business site. Because I need to hold you accountable. Because that's part of the mentorship program. Same for coaching. So the accountability role can help you. You can use even somebody you respect, like an elderly person. Right? You can use, if you have that kind of respect for the person you're dating or you're married to, you guys can become accountability partners if it works. But the challenge with this is that you may not be able to shout, right? Yeah, so you just find another way, in case when matters of the heart are involved, right? You can make a bet for accountability rule also. You can choose a time, a day and time within next week that you will complete a task. Then tell your friend or a mentor, I will give you 5,000 francs or take you out to lunch if I have not completed this task by next Friday at 6 p.m. This is something I created, right? Now, here's the meaning. Here's an example. One of my friends, we did this. There's one of my friends that was procrastinating to do something. So we did this. What's that thing? Okay, he kept on procrastinating to open a second branch of his business in another country. He kept on procrastinating. So I made a deal with him. I said, okay, look, you have 3 months to open a branch of your business in Gabon. And after these 3 months, if you don't do this, you're going to give me 500,000 francs. Right? So we moved the money and gave another friend. He moved the money and gave another friend. Another friend kept it. Then we told the friend, this is the deal. The deal is, if this our friend doesn't open a branch of the company in Gabon in 3 months, the 500,000 francs is mine. Right? And if he does it, of course, he doesn't give me anything. That was a simple deal, making a bet. And it worked. He would think of not achieving the goal. He would think of losing the 500,000 francs. He would shut up and get the thing done. Right? Because the human body, the human psychology needs motivation many times to get certain things done. Get the point? Yes. So sometimes you have to give yourself a reason to go the extra mile to get something done. And you can use the accountability rule of making a bet with somebody you respect. Engaging exercise. Write down the name of the accountability partner. Be a coach, be a friend, be a mom, dad, elderly person, mentor. Write down the person. Write down when you will meet the person. Write down what you will tell the person. Technique number 3. Imagine the consequence rule. Imagine the consequences rule. Imagine the consequences rule. What does that mean? What will happen to your life, to your career, to your business 6 months from now if you do not start that task or project, what will happen to your life, to your career, to your business 6 months from now if you do not start that task, that project you have been postponing or feeling lazy to start? Truth is, whatever good activity we do not do today will negatively affect our success tomorrow. Imagine the consequences of failing to start today. Imagine the positive result if you start today. Right? The truth is, like for example, some of us who are entrepreneurs that we don't have salaries. If we don't hustle every day, the landlord will send us packing. That's the consequences of not starting or not working hard. Right? Yeah. If you don't do certain things, you will not eat, you will not feed, you will not buy your dresses, you will not be able to do many things. So always imagine the consequence of your inaction. If you don't study that book today, the consequences are that you will not be intelligent, you will not sound intelligent, you will not have ideas to contribute to your life and to important discussions. That's a consequence. What are the consequences of your action? What are the consequences of not starting that thing that you have been postponing? Here's the activity for you, I have for you. Write down that idea you have been postponing. Write it down here, right? Then when you come here in this box, write down the negative consequence you will go through if you do not start today. Imagine the consequence. Like for example, let's say you are feeling lazy. I'm just doing a general example. The consequence is that if you don't start working hard, you may not be able to pay your rent. You go and start looking for help, or you go back to the family house. You start begging. All of that. Write down the positive result that will happen tomorrow if you start today. Okay, you can be able to buy a car, you can be able to live in a good place, you can be able to do this, do that, travel abroad, whatever. But all that thing that you've been postponing, you know your life better. I don't have anything I'm procrastinating right now. Trust me, I don't have any right now that I can think of. But whatever you are postponing right now, write it down. Write it down. Then write both the negative consequence and the positive result if you don't do it and if you do it. It's called what? The consequences rule. There's consequence for your inaction and for your actions. They're either good or bad. Technique number 4, start with the smallest task. Start with the smallest task. You will be overwhelmed if you're looking at the whole thing in a block. Break down the big picture into manageable small tasks. Start with the first small important task, right? When you finish with the first task, you'll be inspired to take on the second task. Therefore, the first step to getting started is breaking down your idea into smallest task steps possible, right? Now, great things start small. Some of the most important achievements successful people have recorded started as little projects, little tasks, right? You can break down. Let's say, for example, you have a book to read. If you are looking at the book as a whole, which is 200 pages, 300 pages, that's too, it will overwhelm you, right? So you can open the book and look, okay, how many chapters are there? You can say, okay, what? There are 327 chapters. I'm looking at it. There's a new book I bought here, so I'll start reading at it. The book is what? Let me see. 389 chapters, right? That's the book. Now, if I'm just looking at this whole book, it's going to overwhelm me so much. And I will not even start at all. So what I can do is that, okay, you know what? If I'm reading this book just 10 pages a day, or just 5 pages a day, how many days will I need? I take 389 and I divide by 5 pages. It's going to give me a number of days. So from today, I will start doing what? Reading 1 page a day or 5 pages a day. That's a small task. And I can start 1 page a day. Before 2 weeks, I may have gone to 5 pages a day. Before the 3rd week, there's a possibility I'll go to 10 pages a day. But I started very small. Very small. It's the same like even a business. That business you're procrastinating, you want to run a shop and all of that. Start small. Start by buying small. By sharing on your status and Facebook. Start from there. Then you're going to grow gradually. You're going to grow gradually. Right? Start. Don't start so big. If you're going to feel overwhelmed, right? Break it down into small tasks, small action plans, and boom, you are good to go. Right? So, exercise here. Describe the project or task you have been postponing to start. Right? Write it here. Break it down into smallest tasks of 5. Yes, break it down. Just find a way, I don't know, whatever the task is, break it down into like, okay, 5 pages. I'm using a book, so I was talking about a book, 2 pages, 3 pages, whatever. Break it down. And then you can put deadlines by the corner. Okay, I'll do this small task when? Here, today, tomorrow, after tomorrow, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you get to work. Okay? Like, for example, these things really help me a lot. Like, can you guys imagine the number of materials I have? Since last year, I've been training you guys. I have not repeated content. Nobody noticed that. And I can train you for the next, this week. I have material for this year. I can train you or no, I'm not going to repeat it. But it doesn't mean I'm not busy. Oh, I'm very busy. It doesn't mean I don't feel like not doing things. Oh, I feel like not doing things. But it's just that I've just mastered the art of getting things done at the right time. Thing is easy, like this book took me months to perfect it and make it look good, get it to where I want it to be. Based on small actions, doing it right. Like some of these things I'm teaching you here. There's one thing I'm confident about it. If anybody who has been in field for the last 6 months or so, you have all it takes to succeed. I've given you some of the biggest secrets to success, and successful people take these actions I've been teaching you. If you're just going to do it. Technique number 5, state your top 3 whys. This is where purpose are coming in. What is the purpose for doing that thing? State your top 3 whys. You will not be motivated to start anything if you don't have an established reason or purpose to start that thing. A very clear reason. Whatever idea you have in your mind to start, but has been postponing for the last 3 months, state 3 reasons why the idea is important. Sometimes you can be procrastinating things because it's not really very important. That's why your spirit is not connected to the importance of that thing. Your mind is not connected to the criticality of that particular role. And there are many times that I've dropped down tasks because I just felt that I should do it, but I did not establish the why of doing it. Yeah. It was just a feeling, oh, Joybert, I think you should do this. But I don't really analyze to go deep. What is the raison d'etre of doing this? Is it very important? And many times when I ask the 3 whys, I say, oh, this is why my spirit was slow to this thing. My spirit was slow because this is not really important to my life, right? Let it go. Let it done. It's not necessary. Skip it. But when you have established the 3 whys behind the task or the project, your spirit and your mind connects to it. You will be restless. You will be driven to get to work so you can make it, get it done, right? Now, for example, if you're a student, why should a student read? You ask the whys 3 times. Okay, why number 1? The first why will answer, okay, to pass end of year examination. Why do you have to pass? Why do you have to read again? To have good grades, to secure a good scholarship. Why do you want to read again? To make his or her parent proud. Why do you want to read again? To get a good job someday because I'm going to have good grades. Now, a student who establishes the 3 whys like this, do you think the student will be consistent at studying? Yeah. Because they have something, they are just doing beyond reading. They have established 3 key reasons why they have to study hard day and night. Because passing the end of year exams is non-negotiable. Number 2, he or she understands that, look, my parents don't have the money to pay for my school fees to go to Oxford, to go to a good university in the US or in Europe. So I need to have the best grade so I can secure a scholarship. That is why it's very important. Oh, you know what? My parents have struggled. They have gone through sleepless nights. Like I was talking to a young lady, and one of the reasons that she wants to make her mom very proud because her mom is a buyer and seller. This woman that leave the house at 3 a.m. to go buy things on the market and go sell at 5 a.m. So she has grown up seeing her parent, her mother doing that just to get them through school. So she can fail for any reason, but you see, she just to please her mom and to make her mom proud that look, living every 3 a.m. every day is risky. Thieves can attack you, and her mom has been attacked by thieves several times. But she keeps on leaving the house at 3 a.m. every day to go sell. Buy from another market at 3 a.m., go to the next market at 5 a.m. to sell. That alone is her own why she has to pass very well and have good grades in her degree program. And she was so rugged. It was after the coaching that we established this Hawaii. And from that day, this lady stopped. Like she was saying, because her complaint, she came from coaching because she always just follow her friends to go drink and get drunk. She's always going to all the nightclubs in Korea and always partying and all of that. But she knew that that was not the right life to be. But when she established this why, she said, you know what? Even not for myself, not for myself, I'm going to leave you be a very good student for the sake of my mom. And that alone changed her character, changed her attitude. She stopped drinking alcohol. She stopped partying here and there. She started being a focused. Till today, she's graduating this year. Write down that task, project you've been procrastinating. Write down the 3 whys. Why is it important? And you're going to connect to that task, body, spirit, and soul, and get it work. Technique number 6. Set aside time every day to work on small tasks. This is very powerful. Set aside time every day to work on small tasks. Yes, one of the best ways to conquer procrastination. When it's time you have set aside every day, dedicated for that particular task. That means your body becomes so used to by this time of the day, I am supposed to do this task. You find it difficult to start that task or project because there is no particular time in your day to focus on that project. Don't be that kind of person. I see there are some core things in your life that they should be dedicated to particular time. This particular thing works a lot for Muslims. Have you seen a Muslim when they're going when it's time to pray? Whatever you are giving them is their problem. Are you going to a store to buy something for a Muslim and it's time to pray? You're going to wait or you're going to buy from a different store. They will go and pray. That time has been set aside for prayer. Simple. No more, no less. No more, no less. When I master this, help me. There are some things that I do them. When that time preachers do them, when I'm in the office, I lock the office. Whoever is coming, you're going to wait. Set time aside. If it's in the morning, set time aside. Whether sleep or not, that time has been dedicated for that activity. You're not going to do it 1 minute late. You're not going to do it 5 minutes late. You're going to do it at that time. Set aside time for that. That's what, like example, like studies. Don't be that kind of person. You want to read anytime you feel every day. No. Challenge yourself. Build the culture of having a study time. When is that time that boom, you go offline, you put up the television, you tell your friends, hey guys, see you guys tomorrow, I'm gone. As if you'll be running as if you are going to do something that would, after that will change your life. But when that time reaches, you just start, like yesterday, and later yesterday go somewhere, and when it was time to be after, hey guys, I'm going. They thought it was a joke. I had to be in the house before 6. And hey guys, I'm going. I need to do something by 6. It's something I have to do by 6 o'clock. I'm not done. Set aside time in the night, midnight, whatever day, as long as there's time, set it and get to work. For example, you can set a particular time that from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. daily, you will work on this particular project. This particular action challenges your mind and hold you accountable to respect your intentions. What time will you set aside? Activity, write down the tasks or projects you have been procrastinating. Write down the particular time of the day you will dedicate to that task or what? Or the project. Number 7, create the vision. Create the vision and the impact you hope to have. Create the vision and the impact you hope to have. Sometimes many people procrastinate because they have no clear vision of their life. They have no impact they want to create with their life. Answer these 2 questions on that technique number 7. Number one, what will be happening when you realize the task you have been postponing? What will be happening when you realize the task you have been postponing? For example, what will happen in your life when you realize the task? What could be happening could be maybe you'll be able to buy a dream car if you work hard every day and you make money. Yes, that's what may happen. That's your vision. You buy a dream car, or you may live in a better house. You may travel abroad for the first time. Like, just visualize your life, how your life will be better. Visualize your life, how your life will be better if you complete the task, if you complete that project. That's the vision we're talking about, right? So it could be a short vision, it could be a long-term vision, it could be whatever, but visualize it, write it down, even do a vision board if you can. It's going to challenge you a lot. It's going to inspire you to focus on actions. Question number 2 under this technique: what will the impact be to yourself, to your family, to your community, to your nation, and to your continent, even to the global world? Yes. What will be the impact of that project? What will be the impact of that idea if you execute it? What will be the impact on yourself? What will be the impact to your family? What will be the impact to your community, to your nation, to your continent, to the world at large? Write the impact down. Let's say a married man. The impact of you working hard every day and growing is that, your family will never lack anything that money can buy. That's one of my personal reasons that I'm working so hard. I have a promise that my daughter will never lack anything that money can buy. That she deserves, of course. I'm not saying I'm going to spoil her. As a coach, of course, I cannot spoil her with things that she doesn't need. Right? So, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I started from small things. One of the things I did myself, before school starts, she has everything she needs for school. Her school fees is paid completely, her books are paid, everything is done. Start from those kind of small things. Start from primary school, before she's going to secondary school or university. Start from those kind of small things. That's the impact of it. It can go to family. You'll be able to help your family if you become more successful. It can go to community. You'll be able to lift more people in the community to become better in their careers and businesses and succeed, because you are able to complete that project. It's going to contribute to national economic growth. If you start that project or you complete that task, it's going to advance the economy, even if just 0.1%. It's going to do something to the economy one bit. When you establish the significant impact that idea can create for yourself, family, community, nation, or the continent at large, it can challenge you, inspire you, push you forward to become better. So, answer these 2 questions under technique number 7 is going to help you to conquer procrastination. Technique number 8, lean into your fears. Guys, if anybody, you pick out these things and you get to work, There's nothing you will not achieve, nothing you will not do. Anybody who go through this session and is still failing a task, even prayers cannot help you again. Even God looking at this one like this. This one, even heaven cannot help this one. Right? Technique number 8, lean into your fears. Face all the fears arising head on. This is one of the best ways to conquer procrastination, because sometimes procrastination or not starting tasks can be sponsored by fear. Yes. So the option here is face everything and rise, or forget everything and run. Face all the fears arising head on. Like everything you're afraid of right now that will be making you procrastinate, just go and start it. Face that fear. Shut up the fear, just start it, right? Sometimes there is no way around it. You just need to get up, face your fears, and start. You know the fear, get it started. I also have fears. Bill Gates has fears. Dangote has fears. Nobody deletes fears from their life. As long as you're a human being and you have emotions, you will always have fears. But the difference with some people is that they know how to face their fears head on. Like me, when I just face it head on. Whatever happens, it happens. All that I've done my part. I face everything so I can rise. Or you forget everything and run. That's the abbreviation of fear. The FEARS. Fear. Forget everything and run, or face everything and do what? And rise to the top. The truth is, anytime you want to start something new, you will be afraid of making mistakes. You'll be afraid of the unknown. You'll be afraid of uncertainty. You'll be afraid of losing money, of losing resources. But sometimes there's no way around this. The only way that you may get that job done, you can get that task completed, is for you to face the fears. Face the fears head on and make it work. Take action. You need to face your fears. Fear is a feeling we get when we are about to do something uncomfortable, which is normal. Do not dwell too long on why you are afraid. Instead, shift your focus to why you should not be afraid. Did you get that? Fear is a feeling that we get when we are about to do something uncomfortable or something new. Do not dwell too long on that fear. Do not dwell too long on why you are afraid. No, do not dwell too long just on the fear itself. No, start shifting your focus on why you should not be afraid instead. You're going to see the reason why you should get that thing done more. But if you focus just on the fear, it's going to cloud your clarity. It's going to cloud your focus. And when you start shifting on, oh, but wait, why should I not be afraid of this thing? You're going to see the reason why you should get it done and get the job done. Okay? Good. You may delay, but time will not, right? Have you ever seen the clock waiting because you're waiting? The clock will keep ticking. The clock will keep ticking. The seconds will keep counting. You may delay, but time will not. And lost time is never found again. Stop delaying. Stop being afraid. Get the job done. Technique number 9. Do not get stuck in perfection. Many people have not started tasks because they want to get everything perfect. Nobody is perfect. Your job is to be excellent. Your job is to start and perfect in the process. That's my principle. Start and perfect in the process. Don't wait to have everything all perfect. You will never start anything in your life. Don't want to have everything all figured out. No, you will never do anything that makes sense in your life. You get the point? Start and perfect in the process. I'm not saying that you should do mediocre work. No, but there are some basic things that when you get them right, just start, perfect in the process. Ideas and concepts evolve over time. Unless you get started, you will not be able to go through that process. Ideas do not need to be perfect at the beginning. No business must be perfect at the beginning in order to be great at the end. No. So let go of the idea of needing the idea to be perfect. So just start today. Start and perfect in the process. Are we there? The only difference between success and failure is the ability to take action. Alexander Graham. Perhaps the most valuable result of an education is the ability to make yourself do the things you have to do when it ought to be done, whether I like it or not. I love this by Thomas. The most valuable result of an education, proof that you have been educated, right? Proof that you have been educated is the ability to make yourself to do the thing you have to do. So if you have first degree and master's degree and you're always procrastinating, it's sign that you are not educated. You don't have that paper. School did not go through you. One sign, one strong element of a well-educated person is that they do the thing they have to do when it ought to be done, whether you like it or not. Are we there? Technique number 10, to-do list concept. I've used this like for the past 10 years. One of my best things when it comes to procrastination. Everything, I always have it in my to-do list. I have my Google Calendar. From this time to this time, this time to this time. Very powerful. Schedule the task on your calendar so you actually do it. You can only accomplish what needs accomplishing by putting each task on your to-do list or calendar. Like my calendar, I have tasks on my to-do list. Everything is well documented, that my year is well documented and so on. You see, everything is done. Everything is documented. It makes it easier for you to conquer a lot of things. It makes it easier for you to conquer so many things, and you stop being lazy. This is one of the biggest magical things when it comes to to-do list. When it comes to procrastination, conquering procrastination, it works like magic. Why? Because when you do this, you put notifications, you put alarm clocks, right? If you are around me, my alarm is always ringing, so that I'm always focused. This time, yes, I need to get it done. I don't unnecessarily waste time. And let me show you guys. I think I'll show you guys one time, right? So you see my calendar. See, this is December. See my calendar all full out. Like most important task, all dedicated, right up to 6th September, October, July, my whole year. Look at this. My June was crazy. May, April, March, February, right up to January. But last year, you see, it's there. It's a tradition. The tradition. It makes you very productive. To-do list, makes with your calendar, schedule your day. Don't just live aimlessly. If you are aimless this 2022 and for the next 10 years, you will not achieve tangible results. Invest your time. Stop spending your time. To-do list help you to invest your time, not to spend your time. When you add tasks on your phone calendar or laptop calendar, it means notifications on your phone or computer will remind you of the intention you set for yourself. Because sometimes you procrastinate because you forget. You get busy and you forget. You get busy with gossiping and kumbusa and watching film and you forget. You get busy with sleep and you forget. It's okay for the human body to forget. It's okay. But when you know that you forget things, set traps, set tools that can help you not to forget. To-do list, date, item, time, item, all of that. This is just a basic sample of a to-do list, right? Good. Technique number 11, what I call the bounce back ability concept. Bounce back ability concept. It's not English word, I created the word, so. Bounce back ability concept. Sometimes we fail. Unfortunately, failure is an inevitable part of starting something new. And after you fall down, it might be hard to pull yourself together and begin again. But however, The success of your professional and even personal life depends on your ability to bounce back after failures. If you fail in the first task, get back up and try again. This is one of the best ways to conquer procrastination also. You have it in your mind that, you know what, it's okay to fail, but you are not permitted to fail and remain down. You're permitted to fail and bounce back and try again. You're always trying. You think I've not failed at things? Every day I fail at things. But one thing is certain, that thing, that failing and not trying again, has been deleted from my life long ago. I will try another way. I'll find 1,000 ways to do it until I get it right. So procrastination is deleted. Inaction is deleted automatically. Because I know that I'm human. It's okay for me to fail as a human being. It's okay for me to put my best every day and still fail at something. But you know what? I know that I will fail. I will lose money. Things are going to happen. I'll feel bad. I'll feel hurt for failing. But all those things are permitted to happen. But one thing that is not permitted to happen is that I should fail and give up. I should fail and remain down and not try again because I failed. No, that one is not permitted to happen. It's already installed in my spirit man. It's installed in my mind. It's installed everywhere. So it's simple. Fail, get back to work. Fail, get back to work. And that is how success gets to happen. Much of the stress that people feel doesn't come from having too much to do. It comes from not finishing what they started. I told you guys several times, if you have the habit of having incomplete tasks, you will never succeed at anything in life. Many people are failures. If you track why they are failing at life, if you track why some people are still where they are in their life, track. Majority of the reason why they are where they are is because of incomplete tasks. They have so many things that they have not completed. They have started, but they have not completed. Or they have started and they have given up. They failed once and they ran away. Like I met somebody who's regretting why she failed advanced level 1 and she said, you're not writing again. Now she's regretting why she didn't go back to write. How many years dropping out from school? Terrible character. If life knocks you down, try to land on your back. Because if you can land, if you can look up, you can get up. If you get up, you can stand up. And if you stand up, you can fight for your dreams once again. You have something special. You have greatness within you. Les Brown, one of his most famous quotes. If life knocks you down, try to do what? Land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. If you can get up, you can stand up. If you can stand up, you can fight for your dream once again. You have something special in you. Greatness is in you. Technique number 12, the 5-minute miracle. This is one of the best techniques for people who struggle with procrastination. The 5-minute miracle involves asking yourself, what action can I take in less than 5 minutes today that moves this forward even the tiniest bit? Once you have identified a small action, set a timer for 5 minutes and spend 5 minutes working on that action, on that task. This is related to the 30 seconds rule, right? Look at your life, look at the task, look at whatever. Select, okay, but what can I do for 5 minutes that can move my life forward? What can I do for 5 minutes that can move the whole project forward to another level, right? Research shows that once you start something, you are much more likely to finish it. This is due to a psychological phenomenon called the Zeigarnik effect, which says that unfinished tasks are more likely to get stuck in your memory, right? Yes. Like many of you there are many unfinished tasks in your mind that you always remember about it. But although you don't do it, but you always remember about it, right? So it keeps you on, it keeps working on your conscience until the day you decide to go and finish it. Right? Good. Try the 5-minute miracle. Write down 3 actions that you will take for the next 3 days for 5 minutes each day that will move you closer to your ultimate goal. Write down 3 actions that you will take for the next 3 days for 5 minutes. You can add it there. You can add for 10 days, for 15 days, for 20 days, 30 days, whatever. That is just an average activity for you. Technique number 13, do a power hour. I do a lot of power hours, a lot. A power hour consists of putting away all distractions and working in concentrated chunks of time. To begin with, I suggest no more than 20 minutes intervals, followed by a short period of rest in order to harness the optimal performance of your brain and body. This for those who are starting it. For example, I do a lot of power hours within the day. Like when I get to the office, if I'm working in the office that day, get to the office, normally I do the power hours from 9 a.m. to about 11 p.m. For many of you that I have given you meeting times in the office, if you notice, most of the scheduling meeting times are between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. or so, or 4 a.m. or 5. I mean, 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., right? Now, what is that? Most 9 a.m. to, when it comes to office work, of course, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., sometimes 12 p.m. are my power hours. Many a time, I'm not very active online. Sometimes I go offline, or sometimes I'm not offline, but I'm not checking my WhatsApp. I just remove all distractions. I lock the office door, and I focus on some key tasks, and I complete them. I focus on key tasks, and I complete them. Right? It's called power hour. What time of the day will you use power hour? For example, if it's 5 to 7 p.m., write it down. Okay? So you need to agree. So you create time. And within this time, you can start and work 30 minutes and rest. So that in case, if you are not very good at maintaining long focus, you can decide, okay, I'm going to do power hour for 2 hours, but after every 30 minutes, I'm going to check my phone. I'm going to check my WhatsApp. I'll relax for 5 minutes and then I go back. The challenge is you can get lost in the distraction. So, okay, let me just watch a movie for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and relax my mind. I can watch them for 1 hour, right? But you need to learn to discipline yourself. If not, just do the 1 hour or 2 hours of work and forget about any distraction. Okay? Or forget about distracting yourself. Okay, but if you know that you cannot maintain long focus or long hours or for long minutes or all of that, create the intervals, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever, and find something. It can be a walk. I always recommend a walk because you can just walk and then you come back, right? You can go talk with somebody. Like sometimes when I do it, I go check the team in the office, what they're working on. I go to the hall, see what is happening there, or I just go to the road, see the cars passing, I distract myself and then I come back. Then when I do that after 2 hours, right? It all depends on your ability on how you can sustain concentration for how long. So you can do the power hour. The secret is separate time. Do away with distractions. Keep your phone aside. Go offline. Mute the phone. Put it on every phone. I think most phones have these things called do not disturb. Just click it, do not disturb. It shuts down all apps. It shuts down all notifications. And the phone goes like it's just silent or dead per se, right? And you just focus for that number of time on the real activities. Okay? Try that. Failure isn't fatal, but failure to change might be fatal. We spoke about the 1% growth concept. I think technique number 14, 1% growth concept. It takes small wins and incremental steps to record true success. If you improve your personal value only 1% each day for the next 30 days, you will see a 30% increase in that dimension of your life in only 1 month. What does this really mean? For example, let's say that this 1% means you are reading for just 15 minutes each day. In 30 days, you must have read for 450 minutes, right? This is just change your life significantly. Imagine every month you are reading at least 450 minutes. Do you know how much that can transform your life in terms of how you think, how you create ideas, how you do things differently, how you drive conversations, how you influence people? These are things that indirectly brings money to your bank account. Right? So 1% growth concept is a simple concept. Decide something and call it a 1%. Like we also run businesses that need direct negotiation, like network marketers. I always challenge them, create a 1%. Your 1% capital, you know what? Every day, you're going to talk to 5 new people every day. In 30 days, That's 150 people you're talking to. Right? Small incremental steps record true success. Start by deciding your 1%. Oh, from today, my 1% means this. My 1% means this. My 1% means this. And then you make sure you do it every day. Discipline yourself. Every day, my job is to do my 1% growth effort. If it's 10 minutes of study, do it for 10 minutes. If it's talking to 2 people every day, do it. If it's doing whatever you have decided to do, make sure you do your 1% growth effort every day. When you culminate, when you merge the daily actions, you can see the overall impact after 30 days of doing it every day. And the significant impact changes your life, changes your business, and changes your career. What will be your 1% growth effort? Write down what you will do every day as your 1% growth effort. Day 1, action you will take. Describe the result. Day 2, you do like that for 30 days, right? And you will see the significant advancing in your life. In conclusion, if you do not start, you will not achieve. If you do not start, you will be a failure. If you do not start, you will live life below your potential. If you do not start, you will be a disappointment to God who created you to solve problems. If you do not start, you will end up poor. What will you do after this? Will you still procrastinate, or you will start? This is self-confidence test. No time for that. Questions and comments?